What up? On this episode of Nino Reacts, it's Joe Rogan and them talking about, are they trying to basically sabotage Biden and to get him out of there or something like that, y'all. So this is pretty crazy. Let me know in the comments what you think. It's kind of a train of thought, right? Like basically, are they doing this on purpose or is this guy just a blubbering buffoon? Let's go, Brandon. Oh, my bad.
Imagine
he's checking up on it.
Check in on people, and you open the door, and someone's been knifed to death, and you're like, "Holy shit!" And you're just realizing you're trying to turn the lights on, like, what the fuck's going on? And he's an illegal immigrant. He's from another country.
Yeah, so he tried to hide.
And then the woman blames it on him, and it's just crazy.
Oh, it fucking sucks.
And it's just such a flawed system. And the thing is, like, there's an incentive for a prosecutor once they're starting to try a case. They want to win that fucking case. They got a record. They have a reputation. And so they're trying to win. And when it's like a government prosecutor or, you know, like a district attorney, and they know there's some information that would exonerate that person, they're just like, they don't give a fuck.
That seems like a problem, making it like competitive for
Yes.
lawyers.
It's very bad.
To be like, I want to win, or like DAs that are like, I arrested the most people.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Then they run for office, and it's like, remember that? And they're like,
I was tough on crime, and then all of a sudden, 10 years later, being tough on crime is racist. You're like, I wasn't tough on crime. Now I'm the vice president.
Yeah, man.
I didn't call them super
Oh, like they talking about Kamala? Yeah.
criminals.
Super
I'm
predators.
woke. Yeah, super
predators,
predators.
Real quick, man, besides this, I saw a clip of Biden bowing down in front of some sports team, and there's Kamala. I'm not going to do that, but I'm pretty sure you did that for Montel Williams, but I digress.
Nuts.
That's crazy. That's crazy he's getting jammed up on, like, manila folders when he was, like, kissing 12-year-old girls on camera.
Oh, damn. Let's go. Right? The real creepy, weirdo things that he does, they're getting him for this. Well, this is a pretty big deal, I would think, too. These documents, oh, so horrible, right? But the real weirdo things, they look past that. But now these documents come out, like, now I can kind of see the train of thought here. Like, is this on purpose to get rid of the old pervert?
I don't know
Joe Biden.
jack.
Yeah.
I don't
Hanging out
know
with Clinton.
jack shit about politics, but if I had to guess,
What's up with Rogan, man? It's like, well, I understand what it is. You put on that Trump hat, you voice your opinion about your political stance, you will be made a target. So I'm pretty sure either Rogan really don't care about politics, or he's playing the role and he's not really voicing his true opinion because he knows what will happen. But let's continue here.
they're trying to get rid of him.
Yeah.
That would my guess would be they're trying to get rid of him. If
Whoa.
all of a sudden his own aides are sending these, instead of like taking these classified documents which you have located and go, well, let's not do that again, and fucking locking them up somewhere. His own aides.
Well, I say like this, maybe this thing is pretty big, and of course they're not letting us know how big it is, that basically they had to present this to the public, right? So that's what I was kind of thinking about this whole situation with Biden, y'all. Like, basically this thing is so huge and so big and so bad that it had to come to light. But then again, are they doing this to basically sabotage him and get rid of him and install Kamala? Who knows?
Self-reporting?
Dude.
Come on,
That
dude.
sounds sus. Well, no one
Yeah.
self-reported that fucking laptop.
Right.
know.
That laptop.
That was
good
Russian
point.
disinformation.
They,
That reeks of Russian
they
disinformation.
got a hold of the social media companies and lied to them. They did.
We were right about the laptop, y'all. Round of applause to those that they were pushing that for a long time. We were right about it. Let's go.
Whatever the fuck they could to keep that from happening. And even this, they discovered this before the midterms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't
that's-
release the information until after the midterms.
I mean, dude, everyone said this a million times with like the news. If that was flip-flop, if it was, Trump's kid, that would have been
Yeah.
all over. It would have been like, this is the fate of our democracy, rest in the sons of the
100%.
blah, blah, blah,
100%.
blah, blah,
And the
blah,
media
blah.
would have gone right along with it.
I mean, think about it though. Like, I think this is all pieces of the puzzle, basically, y'all. Right? Like, the documents are there. I don't know if it was Hunter staying. There's like a whole nother train of thought that I ain't really even hip to at this point. But I think all this stuff is going to lead back to Hunter, right? And from Hunter to the big guy, Joe Biden. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, and it's like so obvious and it sounds trite, but it's like, dude, why do
And
they?
this is
What's the incentive to be like, nah, fuck that guy, not that guy? It's like that kind of freaks me out.
Dude, there's a bunch of us that are just unrepresented. It's the reasonable middle. The reasonable middle of the world. Unrepresented. You got radical left and radical right. You got people that are all in on the Republican Party and you should never get an abortion even if you've been raped. You got wild shit on that side.
I wouldn't even say Republican. I don't even know. To be honest, I'm like they call me they call me the fringe right. Basically, I'm with the Christians. We're kind of like not even with the Republicans. No disrespect to my fellow Republicans or to my Republicans out there watching, my bad. But basically, who are you talking about, Rogan? Because a lot of Republicans, I've seen they folded. But I know the video is not about that, but I'm just reacting to his statement here. Like, there's a whole sect of Christians like me that are not with the right, basically, but we're considered far right, for lack of better words. I still like the Republicans. I'm still rocking with them, but, you know what I'm saying? I consider myself a Christian, and I'm, you know, like what he said about the abortion stance. Like, it's a no-go no matter what. Put the pervert to not the baby. That's what I got to say about that. Let's go.
And on the other side, you got men can get pregnant. You got all this chaos. You got, you know, FTX. So he was just making mistakes. No big deal. We should barely even attack him.
One thing about Rogan, I noticed that he gets a lot of attacks for, they call him transphobic, right? Whatever. And I've seen this guy take some shots at, you know what? I can't even say on here. So shout out to Rogan for he's a manly man to a certain degree. So I know that he don't like this stuff with the, you know, the what? Transformers. I don't even want to say the words over here, but I've seen Rogan throw some shots. I'm like, man, this guy's pretty based with, you know, his stance. Because I guess he knows better, you know, with being in MMA and all that. Come on, a man fighting a woman, vice versa, whatever, in the ring.
We don't even need to bring him in. Come on, guys.
Yeah, why would they let that guy off the hook?
The number 2 donor to the Democratic Party.
Oh, duh.
Number 2.
Yikes.
Just behind George Soros. And they're like, whatever. No one's freaking out.
Everyone, my favorite is the Republicans hanging on to that Santos dude.
That is wild.
The Republicans are like, no, he's a good dude.
That guy should be in jail.
Santos is the guy who was like, I'm Jewish.
Oh, that
and they were like, you're not Jewish. He's like, I meant Jew-ish. I'm like a Jew.
He's a master of the English language. He's a master of the English language.
He lied about so many things.
He lied about everything.
I found out about it on the podcast, and then I went on a deep dive. I'm like, this guy's wild.
Dude.
I was looking at him yesterday. The first article that came up was like, he lied about being a volleyball star. That's the funniest
Well, you ever see Biden lie about his education? Have you ever seen that clip? Yeah. Where he lied about his education, they fact-checked him on the news.
Are they going to play it? He was.
Oh, my God.
Are they going to play it?
Flat out lied about his credentials.
I think it fucked him up in that debate.
I don't know if they're going to play on this one, but I seen that. I seen a clip of Biden where he's lying and they fact check him. And I don't know if it's this, but let's hope it is. I don't think it is, though, if they're going to play the actual clip. But let's go.
For sure.
He was running a while ago and he got fucked up.
Well, he ran for president in 88.
He like plagiarized the speech. He did that.
Dude.
Biden's a fraud, pervert, old, demented, you know, politician, y'all. And who voted for him? Not me.
We used to do Joe Biden night at Stitch's Comedy Club in Boston where we'd all do each other's acts. That time Joe Biden lied about his academic credentials. So watch this video because it's fucking crazy.
He was 76th of 85.
He was so silly.
He might have got it wrong, though. He might have been like 85 to top.
Real quick, though, the other one of Joe Biden challenging that older man that talks about Ukraine. And this is way back, y'all. This one of his own supporters, the one that tells him that he's too old and that Hunter's over there in Ukraine and Joe Biden gets pissed. I need to play that clip. That clip right there speaks volumes at this point in time, y'all. But back then, his own supporter was calling him out and there's Biden getting mad, talking about let's do push-ups, Jack. But that clip, I don't know if they're going to play it on here, but that clip of that older gentleman that's calling out Biden for Hunter being in Ukraine, telling him he's too old. That's a very telling clip, and it's crazy that clip is very powerful to this day, even back then. But nobody really listened or paid attention about Ukraine then. But now, if you play that clip, I need to play it sooner or later. It's wild, y'all, because that Biden supporter is calling out Joe Biden about his son with the Ukraine dealings years ago, y'all. Wow.
Truthfully, a guy who finishes 76 would get it wrong.
That's the video.
It just says it's the road to the White House.
No, this is the video. I've seen
it.
it. He argues with this guy.
And the other question is, could you quickly? I think we.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do. I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. In the first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom 2/3 of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the international moot court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
He does that on that other clip, the same kind of tactic, y'all.
You rewind that and look at the guy who wants to fuck him so
let it go
bad.
on.
You see how happy that guy was? He was like, you're doing it, Joe.
I know.
Now, I'm not questioning your IQ at all. I'm just saying that with the people that we have elected to office in recent years, I think that we have to question their credentials very solidly.
Well, I think you're right, Frank.
Damn.
But you know what I find kind of interesting? It seems to me if you can speak, you're at a liability in the Democratic Party anymore. It seems to me you've all become heartless technocrats. It seems to me that you forget that what happens is we've never, as a party,
Okay, pause
we have
this.
never.
This is now nonsense.
Biden rules.
Yeah.
Now go to
Pretty nasty, dude.
go
fucking love
to
Biden.
the article where it says what his actual stats were. Because someone fact-checked him on the news. It's not in that clip. There's one that they played that clip on the news and then fact-checked it.
Man, who voted for this dude? He's way worse than he was then. He was pretty bad then.
That'd be a nice edit, like cutting that to like now him just fucking bumbling around on
Right.
stage talking
Oh, yeah.
nonsense. It's
He's
fine.
actually 70th in a class of 85. So he wasn't in the top half.
Wow.
But there was a bunch of other stuff that he lied about in that clip too. In the news clip where they check it, this like hardcore news guy goes, actually, the true story is, and he just lays it all out. And it's,
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Can you imagine if
Yeah,
you're
there
lying
it
and a
is.
dork
Claiming
comes
to
in?
do.
Yeah.
The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship.
Yeah,
the only one
scoot
in my,
ahead a little to the where
lying
you can't.
Biden.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Keep playing it.
That's crazy.
in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually
What
went
a
to school
liar.
on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
His memory had failed him. My memory had
88,
failed
he
me.
was like, I'm
but his
fucked up.
memory seems so good right there. It was like that'd be so scary if you could maybe that was the early signs of dementia.
Yeah.
You could rattle off facts that you
Lies?
think are fact.
Oh boy. I'm
Maybe
fucked.
he believed it. Imagine.
Oh, he's
you
checking.
So they're already calling it. They're saying this. Train of thought. Let me know in the comments what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Rogan and them are saying that they're, Rogan says that he thinks that they're going to replace him. They're using this to push Biden out. I don't know. Either way, look at the clips. Look at Biden, the way he maneuvers, acts, whatever he does. This guy is a blubbering buffoon. I didn't vote for him. Who did you vote for? Let me know in the comments. But basically, y'all, are they using this situation with the documents to get rid of him? I think it's pretty bad. It's like my wife says, like, okay, he's trying to say that he has them in the garage, but the point is, ain't it bad enough that you actually even have them? Shouldn't you not even have these documents? But anyways, y'all, thanks for watching this episode of Nino Reacts. God bless you. And let me know in the comments what you think about Biden. Are they using this to get rid of him or not? You're an American. You're a patriot. You got grit. Act like it. I'm out.